live on YouTube. It just said you're live. So, welcome to the Spectrum of the Seas. I guess it's 8 o'clock where I'm at, and the ship is kind of empty. So, I thought I would give you guys a walk around the Spectrum of the Seas just to give you a little bit of a tease. Starting off here in my cabin. Now, I have a solo balcony. And we were dealing with a little typhoon weather, so I can't go outside, but I will show you the balcony. And the seas are starting to calm down. I mean, it looks a little rough where I'm at. What's up, Jeff Jones? What's up, TP? But yeah, the ship is kind of empty right now, and I thought I would give you guys a look. My unmade bed, again, just woke up. So this is the solo balcony. You can see the desk I have is about the width of my laptop. Got this cool TV screen. This bed feels a little bigger than if you separate the normal size bed into two. So cool storage. Look, I know Jenny's gonna watch this. I haven't packed yet. I didn't get my last suitcase though till late last night. So part of the sea day activity is to pack. But good storage. And give you a quick look at the bathroom. I'll do a more of a official tour in the vlogs. We got like closet. Got the nice little cubby over there with a plug. No USB there, but I have my USB charger. But they got a couple USBs over here, which is kind of nice. So getting stuff charged up. The bathroom's pretty standard. It's good size. Got the shower pod. Hey, what's up, everybody? How's the stream coming through? It seems like the internet's really good here. Can you guys hear? Can you hear me okay? So you gotta grab your card for the lights. And let's go out. Brand new ship. Cabin 652. Yeah, pretty cool that the stream is good and we're halfway across the world. Technology. Gotta love it. We're gonna go down a couple floors and I'll show you some of the cooler features. So I'm on deck 6, go down to deck 5. Oh, Stephanie, thank you so much for the super chat. It's very sweet. So can't go outside, but so the Royal Esplanade is the Royal Promenade. The ship is so pretty, it's crazy. But yes, we had an hour time change. It's about 8 o'clock here, and not a lot of activity. A lot of people not feeling good last night with the, not feeling good with the weather, the rough seas. It's hard to see the chat on this, so hello to everybody that's saying hello. Jenny should be out there in a little bit. There's an area that I haven't went to yet that'll maybe give us a good look at the seas this morning called I think it's called 270, 240 or whatever. Shore excursions. Thank you for the super chat. I just saw it swing by. Thank you. I think that was Jackie. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's early morning, Sharon or Jamie. And a lot of people were sick last night. So I think everybody's kind of holding it in. That's especially a restaurant over there called Wonderland that we might try. Yeah. Of course, there's the Bionic Bar that you hear about. Good morning, sir. How are you? But yeah, this ship is beautiful. Got a lot of different restaurants. So the difference really between like the Oasis class and the Quantum, the Oasis is wider. And the Oasis extends this Royal Promenade where now, about midway through the ship, they've started stacking up. Promenade. Got some nice shopping over here. All the shops, not quite open yet. Good morning, Ty. Good morning, Julia. Yeah, the ship is beautiful. The Schooner Bar, this is the piano bar here. Excuse me, and they'll have trivia here. Oh, I went the wrong way. That's okay. We'll go back the other way. I'm still learning. Excuse me. So I'm heading forward, and we saw our first show last night in the Royal Theater, which was really good. The singer that finished second in the Philippines voice competition, she was the entertainment last night. Her and her band, they were called Goddess. I love the look of this Schooner Bar. So this is deck 5. We'll see if we can take a peek in the theater. I don't know if it's unlocked or not. So really everything Asian focused, but you'll notice that you have both Mandarin and English in almost everything. The food's been pretty good. Again, both of those have had a mix. Gosh, you can almost hear the howl of the wind. Not as choppy as it was last night, but you can see the seas are still churning a little bit. I see there's less than 100 Westerners on board. There's about 5,000 people. Yesterday was a national holiday in China, and then I think they're off for a lot of the week. Ooh, that's an interesting noise. It's maybe closed. Yeah, the theater's closed. I'll show you guys that at another time. Now we're listening to the side. We'll go back to the other side. Who is Jenny out there? What's up, my love? I miss you, baby. The picture area. Well, let me give Jenny some FaceTime. I miss you, Jenny. I love you, baby. Where are you? I don't mean to do this in front of all these people, but I love you. All right, enough of me. Back to the ship. I've been fascinated by this knot display. I cannot comment about it. Get it? Good morning. Good morning. So this is the sushi bar. We'll walk on this side because we saw the other side. I'm so stoked about this internet. Like, it's super good. I think this is super clear. I've been FaceTiming with Jenny and it was crystal clear. So they've got like this little pastry shop down there. We get to the back of the cruise ship, I'll set it down and read some comments. So if you have any questions, save it until I get there, and I'll do my best to answer some questions. I'm thinking this is roped off. This thing was moving quite a bit last night. Check this out. It's pretty cool, but during the height of the bad weather, this whole center thing was super shaky. So this little area is roped off for safety. They got like a two-hallway escalator bank, which is fairly common with the royal ships. This area is beautiful, guys. Like this gold leaf. The whole ship is like this. It's funny. Jamie Oliver is, of course, a celebrity chef. He has a restaurant here. This is Jamie's Italian. Not Jamie from Sharon and Sea. He might have a restaurant on board. Vintages is the wine bar. Tiffany & Co. You could definitely spend some coin here shopping. Oop, and we list this way. Here we go. I feel very fortunate, knock on wood, that I don't I'm not susceptible to the motion sickness, because there were some. I even saw some people this morning already that still look pretty green, not feeling well. What, Jenny? Are you saying I should get you some Tiffany? This is like a grab and go place. I haven't tried it yet, but you go in and you basically package up your breakfast so that you can carry it along with you. They've got your standard, you know, bagels, pastries, croissants. I have to try that out. They have breakfast and lunch there. I already went up and grabbed some stuff from the buffet this morning. This is called the 270. They have all this interactive stuff in here. This is where they had the deck party last night. I was wiped last night. I didn't get to do any of it. Just went to one show and called it a night. But we should be able to get a good look at the seas. Some cool seating. Wow. So it doesn't look like much, but man, when you look at it here, there's a little bit of a churn. A little bit of a churn. I know you're thinking it. Nice aft. Nice aft. Wow, it's pretty cool. And again, this is a nice looking room. A lot of technology in here. They do some virtual shows. Just a cool space. What else can I show you guys? Maybe I'll save some other spots on the ship for another live feed. I feel like I'm testing the fates as much as I keep walking. I'm gonna fall at one point with the ship going side to side. Let's see if there's a place I can sit and set you guys up and talk a little bit. Nice and quiet in here. Everybody's just enjoying. Oh, it looks like they're grabbing from that cafe and having a bite here. Got the future cruise desk. Or I guess they call it next cruise here on Royal. Morning. Just grab a seat. See what's up. All right, guys, my tripod's not very tall, so I'll lean in. So what's going on, everybody? Wow, 277 people out in the evening. Thank you, Michael Swan. Yes, please, everybody hit the like button. So yeah, it was a madhouse. So I left the U.S. on the 26th, and by the time I got to Shanghai, it was the 27th. Hooked up with Dawn, didn't do much the night of the 27th. The 28th was basically a sea day at Disney for us. We didn't have anything planned. So those 3 videos where we went to the Lion King Little Garden, when we walked over to Disney Town, and then walking through Disney Town, that all happened on the 29th? No, 28th. 28th, we walked around Disney Town, and those 3 videos came out of that. On the 29th and the 30th, we actually went to the theme park, to Disneyland, and it was a madhouse. I know that everybody's like, oh, there's nobody there. Well, it's a 6-day work week. Our first day in the park was Sunday, and it was full. Now, fortunately, Monday not as full. We got to do for the week, so you've got a lot of Chinese families here doing the cruise, enjoying the national holiday. So I still have a video kind of recapping our 2 days at Disney, which was pretty cool. And then, so we woke up yesterday morning, and it had been beautiful all week, and it started to rain, and that kind of prompted us to look at the weather. And sure enough, we saw the typhoon. We looked at our email, and Royal said come to the port early, so we got a car. It took like an hour and a half driving through Shanghai. It was kind of crazy, and we got stuck in traffic. We finally got on the ship, and the typhoon was coming in. It was crazy, but it all worked out. My bag didn't come till late, but So yeah, I feel like we're in a good spot though. I think we're escaping the typhoon, and tomorrow we go to Osaka, Japan, and the excursion we're doing there is the Osaka Castle. So looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm doing good with the seasickness. I'm pretty lucky. I don't do anything for seasickness, and I slept pretty good last night. The the jet lag has been pretty crazy though. So like the first night that I got there, I woke up at 12 a.m. and stayed awake that whole day that we went through downtown Disney and all that. But every day I'm waking up like at 2 or 3, and then by the time it gets to be 6 or 7 o'clock at night, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So I'm trying to push that each time. Shanghai Disney dining plan. We didn't do a dining plan, but we did eat at the restaurants there. We did a buffet. We did one of the specialty restaurants at the resort, and then we tried their room service. So we did pretty good. We ate pretty well at Disney. I tell you, that Disney experience was really nice. I'm not a huge Disney fan, but Don's a big Disney fan, so we went over there, and it was kind of easy because it wasn't very stressful. We had a few days to relax before we came to the cruise. But man, they are super nice, super attentive. Food was good, but I tell you what, if you don't like to wait in line, don't go to Disneyland. It was crazy that first day that we went and everybody was there. My goodness, my goodness. But this ship is beautiful. I haven't really explored all of it. We're going to a dinner place tonight called Hot Pot, which is going to be pretty. I did have dim sum. I had it. They have it on the buffet here. I had it at Disney. I love it. Why can't you film on board Carnival? Yeah, the Wi-Fi is the problem. This Wi-Fi is super good, super good. I only see 2 chat messages at a time, so if I miss you, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at the chat. But let's see. There you go. What else is going on? How's everybody doing out there? She's in there. Jenny's doing good. I think she's super happy that I'm not there. Way to go, Jenny. No, I miss her greatly, and I think she misses me. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do Jamie's Italian. Like, I'm on the fence about doing multiple specialty restaurants. They do have a dining package where you can get 4 specialties for 119, but I struggle a lot because there's so much included food. So we might just do the one specialty. We might do the hot pot and nothing else. Don, I don't know where Don's at this morning. So Don and I were bestie buddies, roommates for 4 days. And so we kind of took the day to say, hey, we'll catch up with each other later. So just getting our stuff in a fair, that kind of thing. Yeah, so it's interesting. Most everything, again, there's not that many Westerners here. I would say less than 100 that I can tell. Like, I don't have an official count. But everything's in English and Chinese now. More in Mandarin than English, but everything so far has been that way. And tell you what, at Disney, everybody really understood English really well, which was kind of cool, at least in the resort. What's up, Frank from Sarasota? But yeah, so it's kind of dead here. Again, we gained an additional hour, so my watch says 7:13, so it's actually 8:13 on the ship. I assume it's 7:13 at my house. Look, I don't think Jenny would have liked it. Just so you guys know, the stuff that we've been going through, the deal with Disney, the waiting in line, all this typhoon stuff, Jenny is probably super happy that she's at home. Just trust that. I know my girl, she would not love this. It's a special kind of from the flight, which I'll talk about in a video, to the travel, to the time change. I don't think she would have loved it. Like, me, I'm struggling to love it. Some of it's pretty challenging. I come home next week on the 8th. Oh, wow. Some Peru and South America. How's it going? Oh, yeah, definitely on board now. We got on, but we boarded early yesterday. The other thing that's wild, and I don't know if it was typhoon only related, is we left before we did the muster drill. So I don't know if that's a Asia thing but yeah, so I was waiting in my cabin for the muster. I was trying to close my eyes for a little bit, and the muster was at 3:45. My alarm for 3:15. When the alarm went off at 3:15, I looked out the balcony, and we were moving. And I was like, how are we moving without the muster drill? And then I got panicky, like, oh, I missed the muster drill. I'm gonna get in trouble for missing the muster. But no, that was not the case. We were on our way. But and I don't know if it's because the way we got out of China is we traveled the Yangtze River before we got into a major body of water. So we had this river passage before we got out into the sea. I'm trying to read the chat. I'm sorry, I get on these tangents. What's up, Alana? Hello, hello. Yeah, it's been fun hanging out with Don. We're having a good time. Don had a couple things planned outside this morning that I was going to film. He was going to do the skydiving and the virtual reality, but I don't think they're allowing that yet. So that's still another hour, but I don't think so. My chat's I'm wondering if it's oh, there's Ann Jordan from Australia. What's up? The boat is still rocking. I don't know if you can tell from this shot. So again, it's it's a standard buffet with a lot of stations. They have a dedicated kind of U.S. station that just has hot dogs, hamburgers, potatoes. But I've been trying a lot of different Asian food, and they got a lot of Asian stuff. Breakfast is interesting, but I tell you what, I've been loving. They've had the ripest watermelon, so I've just been crushing watermelon, which is really good. I don't know how long the weather's supposed to last. I didn't get a lot of information on the typhoon, but what I understand is we're trying to get 100 to 125 miles away from the typhoon. We're going on the right side, or I guess it would be the east coast of Japan. The typhoon's supposed to go on the other side, the west coast of Japan, so we should be okay. We're going to Osaka, and then Kyoto, and then Tokyo. What's up from Canada? Haven't checked out haven't checked out the spa or the hot tub, anything like that. Basically, we just got on board and tried to get going and get everything in our room. So the exploration, this is really kind of like the first day. I don't think we're gonna get. I think Jamie was asking, does anybody recognize this? Not yet on the ship. So I don't think that it will be happening. Yes, I'm using my personal tongs for the buffet. It is full. I think there's like 5,000 people on here. Yeah, I think my cabin steward is Latin, so yeah, and he speaks full English. Yeah, so there's the staff are really diverse. I think it's more Asian than anything, but there's a lot of different people represented here. Thanks, Glamp63. We appreciate it. Yeah, we'll have to try to get Don on a live stream when we hook back up. Again, we finally got good internet, so we've been doing some work. What's funny is any lobster rolls in China at the little Quickie Mart. So we were going to do this Chinese food tasting or snack tasting. That all got thrown sideways because of the schedule. But in there they had prepackaged lobster. So and when I went to buy it, I noticed it had expired, and I was like, oh, I don't think I want to eat expired lobster out of plastic the day before I go on a cruise. So no lobster, really. What's up, Devin? Passenger diversity compared to Caribbean sailing? I don't know. I don't know if it's the same, just in reverse. But yeah, so again, as it would make sense, I'm in the minority here, and it's primarily Chinese citizens. So I don't know what that's like when we go to the Caribbean. I think it's probably more diverse when we go to the Caribbean. The ship food's good. I've been taking pictures of all my plates. I'm probably going to get up one morning and just walk around and film the buffet, because it was kind of empty this morning, but I didn't really want to film much. I just kind of wanted to get up and try to clean the cobwebs out of my head and see if the internet was good, because I thought this would be a fun way to show you guys the ship. So this is pretty cool. Yeah, Don's not gonna let anybody use their hands at the buffet. Absolutely. Yeah, Pam and Artie definitely don't want to eat the bad lobster. I haven't made a lot of friends yet, Pam, but I never do on a cruise. I'm kind of to myself anyways. I'm a little bit introverted that way. So when I cruise with people that I know, I'm very extroverted. But when I'm just off on my own, I'm kind of more of an observer than anything. So. I had a iced latte just a little while ago from the coffee bar. It was delicious. Oh, thanks, JC. I'm glad. Hey, I tell you what, I would do this any cruise that the internet's this good. I don't mind. Didn't do a lot of Disney shopping. We don't do souvenirs that much, and so I got a magnet from Shanghai Disney. I got Jenny something from Starbucks, and I got something from Starbucks to give away. So that's about it. Just some Starbucks stuff and a magnet. That's about all I got at Disney. And the memories. Got to ride Tron, which was super cool. That I don't know if they have Tron at the other parks. I know they're building it somewhere, but that was a great roller coaster. Yeah, thank you, Jeannie. I think that one of the reasons I like to jump on. Yes, I did see there was a Tiffany's on board. Is that what you're asking me, Jenny? Yeah, I know a lot of people out there like, you don't need Wi-Fi on the cruise. I live for Wi-Fi. I love it. I'll be able to make some other videos and put it up, so I'm excited. Yeah, that's right. I hope nobody grabs the food in front of us. I can't remember. I can't see who said that, but the interesting thing you've seen so far on board, man, I just didn't. We really did just get on. Like, it was such a whirlwind yesterday. What is the most interesting thing? I don't know. I'm enjoying the art. That little golden area I walked through. It takes me a couple. You know what? We went up into the sports area, the sportsplex. I'll have to show you guys that probably on another day. That's a good another 10 or 15 minutes that we can spend together. But they've got ping pong, and they've got bumper cars and laser tag and basketball. They've got fencing. They've got all kinds of stuff in this little sportsplex, foosball. So I'll have to show you guys that another. I thought that was pretty cool. After we had lunch yesterday, we went over there and had a little ping pong match that you'll see on the blog. What's up, Kit? Better late than never. Embarkation was pretty interesting. I'll save a lot of it for the video, but there was a lot of. I don't have my passport right now. Let me say that. You had to surrender your passport. There's like a whole weird passport thing when you go to Japan. So I don't have my passport. I just have a copy of it, and apparently that's going to be good enough to go to Japan. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Wow, is that true, Robin? Joe Rogan, young Joe Rogan passed away? Wow. I can try, Don. The problem with all this costing stuff is I just buy stuff over time, and we don't necessarily pull it all together until we like do our taxes and stuff like that. But I feel like I'm probably at the $5,000 or $6,000 mark right now just for this trip. The structure's pretty much the same. I mean, you got yeah, it's still cruising, right? You got a cruise director, and you've got cuisine that's kind of set up for the people that are cruising, and yeah, it's not that much different. I mean, the biggest thing for us is a lot of it's in a different language. Like the karaoke is in Mandarin, so I won't, the trivia is in Mandarin. So for somebody that doesn't speak the native language, and it gives you an appreciation for people that are cruising on a primarily English-speaking cruise. It's got to be hard to play trivia if you don't speak English, so it's pretty interesting. Yeah, not necessarily a trip for Jenny. I don't think she would have liked it. This is more kind of an adventure. You got to have a little bit of I don't know. Like I think one of the reasons Jenny didn't go, not only because she couldn't get the time off, but it's not necessarily a trip that I think Jenny would have enjoyed. So part of it was just like the flight alone for me was really kind of a mental game. So I'll have to talk about that somewhere along the way. Okay, thanks, baby. Yeah, I would be shocked on that Joe Rogan thing. I don't know what I answered, but you're welcome. See, yeah, it's still nothing. I mean, I'm happy to stay and talk if you guys are getting something out of this. I don't know. I haven't seen any I'm interested to see what there is. I want to get something unique. Somebody's asking, will I buy Olympics 2020 series in Japan? If something catches my eye, I will. I did Jenny go? Jenny didn't go. What the heck? Atlanta, just all of it. I don't know what to expect. I'm not much of a port guy. I'm more of a ship guy. But Tokyo is iconic. I just want to see the hustle and bustle of Tokyo, but also seeing, like I've never been off the continent of North America, and I've been to Mexico a little bit. I've been to Canada a little bit. But if you think about the United States, 1776, I mean, 1600s is really when the U.S. was colonized and settled. Other than Native American stuff, you don't see things that are thousands of years old. So going to a culture where there's established things that are thousands of years old is super fascinating to me. So we're going to Osaka Castle. I'm not sure when it was built, but it's going to be interesting to see you know, something that's that old. So I'm excited. Yeah, so here's the thing. Like, I see somebody saying, "Oh, make sure you video everything that you eat on the cruise." That is so hard to practically do, to like try to eat your dinner and film it all. So I am taking a picture of everything. I did the same thing on the celebrity cruise, and I will try to make those videos where I talk about the food with the pictures. That's probably the best I can do, but logistically, it's really hard to stop what you're doing and video all the food. But I will definitely talk about the food, because by the time you video and all that, it's all cold. The cruise is 8 days. 8 days. It's going by quick. I would like to go to Australia too. So I have my visa here for 10 years. I would love to. What I would like to do is maybe come back and explore Shanghai some more in a different way, and then maybe take a cruise back to the States or down to Australia. I'm so stoked that this internet is this strong. I don't know that you can hear. I don't like. I'm not using a microphone or anything. This is just my cell phone. So hopefully it's. I'm assuming you guys can hear me well. It sounds like it. Oh, Ellen, you know, I always am safe. To me, this is the vlog life. Like, this is how I cruise. So I love sharing this with you guys, and I love the. I would not be happy if I couldn't do this. So this is part of the cruising experience for me. I do what I can. I do what I can. Yeah, I'd like to go to Beijing. I'd like to see the Great Wall for sure. Yeah, and I've got this 10-year visa now, so I got to come back pretty well. Come back. Is Don adventurous traveler? I don't know how you qualify somebody as adventurous, but he's been on over 100 cruises, and he's been to most of the continents, and so yeah, that seems pretty adventurous to me. Where are my boys tripping to, Jen? You got to come on one of these trips. Love you too, Ellen. Hey, girl. Sorry I missed your birthday. Happy birthday. Surrendered the passport. I don't know my passport too, actually. So in the embarkation process, you go through a couple customs. You go through security in China. You go through. I think I gave it to Chinese customs. No, so I have to recount I have to work through the whole thing in my head. I went through customs to exit China, and then once I checked in on the ship, I surrendered my passport. So I think that's going to be to Japanese immigration, and they gave a piece of paper. It's wild. Like, even if you're not getting off the ship in Japan, you have to get off the ship and go talk to Japanese immigration uh, on the very first port stop. If you don't do, like, so the first port stop is Osaka, then we go to Kyoto, and then we go to Tokyo. Say you only wanted to go to Tokyo, well, you have to get off in Osaka and talk to Japanese immigration, and there's paperwork you have to fill out, and you have to have an interview, and you have to take the photocopy of your passport that they gave you. If you don't do that, you get off at all in Japan. So I'm pretty sure that's who's got my passport. And I guess as long as I don't lose the paper copy of my passport, that's cool. Because now I don't guess I can lose my passport, which is interesting. Oh yeah, no, it's a process. I mean, it's like, you know, I respect it. Every country needs to they're taking care of keeping their security and their borders safe and all that. It's not an uncommon idea for even us Westerners. I know it's a big conversation, border security and immigration, and so I understand why they go through it here. And so I'm happy to do whatever I got to do to get to visit these countries. All right, guys. Well, man, Jenny's working her tail off. The girl works so hard. She's primarily working and doing travel and just missing me. I know, that's true. What's up, everyday prepper? Yeah, we're having a good time. Yeah, I mean, the ship will have. I think the ship has my passport, and I think they interface with Japanese government. The flight is hard for a big guy, big people, yes. I had 2 seats, but I was still in economy, and it was tight, and it was a long flight. So it's, yeah. Yeah, I've got fingerprinted and Face ID'd in China, and I'm sure I will in Japan also. Yeah, we definitely, I know Jenny wants to go to Australia, so we got to figure out a way to do that. Yeah, I got up and walked during the flight. Like every hour or 2 hours, I tried to. There wasn't a lot of places to walk, but I did do that. Cake Daddy, I just see it now. I only see 2 comments at a time, and then they pop by. What's this free cake thing? Where are you giving me free cake at? We haven't been recognized over here. We have had a couple people stop to take pictures with us. I think just because we're like I'm big and I have a beard, so. Now I'm looking for the free cake. What is it? The flight. So I flew from Charlotte to LA, 5.5 hours, and then from LA to Shanghai, 13.5 hours on the plane. Oh, that was a long time. When you get to Dallas, my wife want to bring you. Oh, okay. I don't know how long I am going to be at the airport, and I don't know how to get through security, but I'll look. Maybe Jenny, you can look and see what my layover is. I would take some cake. I would love to meet you guys, but again, I don't know what the security scenario is. I don't know why take a picture. We've had, well, it was just one instance, but we were just walking around and a guy asked to take a picture of Don, and then he wanted to take a picture of both of us. I don't think he knew either one of us, so I don't know. Yep, Sergey, that's a good point. I did make sure that I got the, I did get the airline miles. Thanks, Larry, man. Do it. It's very satisfying to get to know everybody and to also create something, so it's pretty cool. I probably could have done double carry-on. Jenny and I made that joke, like, since I had 2 seats, can I do double carry-on? I just don't know how to do 2 carry-ons. I carried on a carry-on in my camera backpack, which fit under the seat. They stamped, my passport's been stamped by Chinese immigration while I was there. I'm not sure what'll happen next. I haven't, so shishi or something like that. I haven't picked up many foreign phrases to be sure. American Airlines. Yeah, the 5-hour flight was good to the 5-hour flight was good to LA, and there was more room between those seats than what turned out to be between the seats on the. So I thought I was golden. So I had like it felt like I had a whole apartment to myself on that flight to LA. Like I had seats, there was a lot of leg room, but then when I got on the flight to Shanghai, there wasn't 2 seats. I mean, there was 2 seats, but it didn't feel that wide. Solo balcony is my cabin type. Oh, cool, Larry. Yeah, I would love to. Anybody that I love meeting people on a cruise. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna walk a little bit. See what's going on. See if it's getting any more crowded. Make our way the other way on the cruise ship. Language barrier's not been too hard. I tell you what, the challenge was when I landed in Shanghai. I didn't have any cell service and didn't really know how to talk to anybody. I did have money, which is good, and I did have a printout of where I was going, so that worked out okay. A weird thing that I'll probably talk more about along the way is when you're dealing in foreign currency, none of it seems real. And so you don't really know how much money you're spending. Like I just had a big pile of Chinese money and they're all kind of crazy denomination. The prices for everything didn't make sense. So like most of the food items cost more than my taxi ride, and so you're just throwing this money, and then when you start to calculate it, you're like, wow, I spent a lot of money. Let's go, we'll go down a level, see what it looks like down here. Looks like they still are not letting anybody out. The artwork here has been pretty cool too. I always wish I had more time to go and like film all the art, because it's also cool on a cruise ship. There's deck 4. I walked through the casino earlier, probably like at 7 a.m. and there were people down there. No craps table, but there's some interesting games I'd never seen before. Of course, this is very similar to the Oasis class with the shopping in the middle. They're starting to get more people up and about. The Leaf and Bean is the coffee shop. Oh, the ship. You still have to walk a little sideways. Coffee there, but they also have a whole variety of like, you know, different stuff than what we would have on Caribbean cruises. They have an interesting variety of teas, and so I think they got like a bubble tea and those kind of things. Whatever I do, I got to stay away from that Tiffany and Company. I don't want Jenny seeing that again. The north has been creaking because of the weather. Morning. Connected? Yes. Thought we lost it for a second. Everybody still there? I just looked down and you guys were gone. Yeah, I hope to catch some live music. They've got several kind of bands. Looking for that. But now I'm so nervous about this copyrighted music. Got crushed over there at Disneytown. Everywhere you went, it was just, you know, copyrighted music. All right, we're back to the Royal Theater. Everything's just moving. The Golden Room, those are for people that have suites. All right, I think I'm gonna make my way back to the cabin and finish up with you guys. The sun's coming out, but yeah, the sea is still churning. You guys see the waves? Look at that. Almost fell into the door here. It's pretty crazy. Kind of hope that subsides. I'd hate to think we couldn't use the top decks or anything during the cruise. One more flight of stairs. I don't know how many stairs I walked yesterday, but it felt like a ton. Whew. All right. The ship is beautiful, though. I don't think this might be the third or fourth sailing. The endless hall. Oh, just those 3 flights of stairs. When's the big man? Yeah, I did a lot of walking at Disney. Every day was over 10,000 steps. I think I had 15 or 16,000 step day over there. Got to film the whole like Main Street Disney parade. That was super cool with a shot at the castle. Can't wait to show you guys that. I'm not the hugest Disney fan, but after a couple days there, I definitely can see the appeal. We're almost back. If you've never been on a cruise before, this is the fun part, just walking these halls, hoping you can find your room. Feel pretty confident though. All right. We're back. All right, guys. Oh, let me get out of the old shadow here. Oh, got a little bit of a sweat going. Hey, thanks so much for spending some time with me today. I do feel a little out of sorts not being with my lady, and this really helps me out. So I'm glad to have talked to all you guys. Thank you so much. I'll try to do this again later in the cruise. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment below if you want me to do more of this, and I would be happy to do it. Thanks so much for stopping by. This is Tony with Lido Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye, Jenny. I love you, baby. Bye.